Life's fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. Yeah, got about 50 things on my mind. Got my girl asking me where I find. I say it all the time. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I remember when this shit used to exist. TikTok, Xbox, PlayStation, GTA 6 in the making. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I'm used to losing everything that I do. I'm used to losing to everything. One layout reminder to the nation, being nice ain't an obligation, but wouldn't it be a beautiful sensation? I bet you would be real nice if you had
Wall Street.
Your days. How many left? I bet you change your ways.
Man, I love this song. How's everyone doing today? Wall Street beats sick dough and crypto. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. Gentlemen who used to actually work on the New York Mercantile Exchange in Manhattan on Wall Street. Somebody said today, wow, makes a lot of sense how his TA is so on point. He actually worked on Wall Street. Yeah, I guess a lot of people didn't know that. Come on in here. We're going to talk about XRP. Come on over to the best crypto channel when we are live. It's unmatched. Too well placed. Sources tell me that the SEC Gov versus the Ripple case is in process of wrapping up and could be over soon. My understanding is that the delay in reaching an agreement is due to Ripple's legal team negotiating more favorable terms regarding to the August District Court ruling, which imposed a $125 million fine on the company, included a permanent injunction preventing the company from selling XRP to institutional investors. The argument, I'm told, is that if they knew SEC leadership is wiping the enforcement slate clean for all previously targeted crypto firms because it believes regulatory clarity will resolve the underlying issue, then why should Ripple still be penalized, right? Accepting the Torres ruling as it stands would mean that Ripple is essentially agreeing to admit to wrongdoing, right? But now the SEC itself is seemingly unsure whether any wrongdoing has occurred. So there is no real playbook for this kind of thing, which could explain why the case is taking longer to resolve than the rest. Stay tuned. Now, a lot of people are noticing that the price is changing, and I do notice myself, and maybe you're not. That's why you watch the show. But XRP in itself, well, it is seemingly to be rising, and everything else is seemingly not really moving, or perhaps it's doing this steady movement. What are you talking about? Well, I do the breakdown for you. Hit the like and subscribe, comment if you're interested. Mr. Sellner, Mr. No Daddy, nice to have you. Sorry I was a little late. As you can see here, though, if you're interested in XRP Ripple, you can tell automatically from this 202 is definitely the price for support for Ripple at this moment. How important it is and why we're looking at this chart right now. And if you pay attention to the last move that we got all the way about in November of 2024 coming into the December timeframe, well, you can see if we got the same kind of move. We're talking why Bitcoin, why XRP Ripple could be about $4 to $5. So be excited for that. I'm excited for that. And I hope going into the long term, you see how important that might be. Now, let's get into this. I want to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin. I want people to understand how important and why this could be close to the bottom and why 74,000 to me is the bottom. So I'm going to show you a little thing or two here, how important it is. We're going to go all the way back when Bitcoin, and I wish I could do the dreamland. I wish I had time to do all that with the sound effects, but when Bitcoin was $13.58, wouldn't you love to be the person that would have bought Bitcoin at this price? But we're going to pay attention to the history and what it's doing and why it's very similar to what's happening right now. February 4th, 2013, where were you? Now, if you pay attention here, we're going to watch and see what happens. We go up all the way through the Fibonacci sequence in this history time frame of the 2013. We're talking about 12 years ago. Where were you 12 years ago? If you pay attention here, you can see that we got a big pullback. Where was that? Well, it came all the way down so significant that it died. Bitcoin died. I don't know if people understand that. It went all the way from $13.58 to a staggering over 1,000, and people were going bananas. And you can see the Fibonacci sequence doesn't mean much here because why? Well, it was so significant, people lost a lot of money, but let's remember that. $13.58 as XRP is something I feel that could be the next kind of Bitcoin. But let's get into the real history, right? Let's get caught up to what's going on. And we see here a Fibonacci sequence coming in once again. It has died 83.5% down to the downside, which scared many people, many investors. But what did happen after that, right? Let's pay attention to what happens after these sort of things. Well, we get a 1,839% increase. And I'm trying to give you an understanding of what's going on. We go up from here, from that price on almost a 2,000% increase, and we start coming down. I want you to pay attention to what I'm talking about here. This is when we start going back up again. You get one more chance. What happened? We got a 50% pullback. We went all the way to 32,000. But please remember that Bitcoin was trading in the several thousands before this happened, and Bitcoin went all the way above to the all-time highs in the 2021 area, and that's when we had our second previous bull run, right? Now we're at the new bull run, and what are we watching? Well, we're seeing what happened, and that's what we're doing here with Wall Street Pete. We're seeing that 74,000. I want people to pay close attention to what is happening with support flipping into resistance, because I'm going to keep this a short video, and then at the end we'll do some altcoins for you. As you pay attention to this green line, it was 15,200. It used to be the old resistance. Do you see that? That was before we got the significant pull-up to 1,839%. Pay attention, because this is very important. No one will teach you this. You can see that this green line is resistance for this time frame. Very, very long, 19 all the way into almost 2021, a year and a half to almost 2 years of boring sideways action. Resistance, please understand. We finally break through that, but we come back down to that price after breaking through. Do you understand what's happening? We're flipping old resistance that broke us to all-time highs back to support. We're getting a second opportunity to buy this price of old resistance. Wouldn't you wish you knew what would happen next? If you did that, my friends, you would be talking about how you're buying the dip at the bottom. Well, here we are once again. As I pay attention to the bottom here, 74,000, let's pay attention to this old resistance. As you see here, old resistance, right? But you can see the trend is to the downside. We got a weekly, so each candle represents one full week of Bitcoin. If you're paying attention, you can see that all of a sudden, 74,000 to me is really starting to show. Why? Because it's the history of what it's doing here. We had a big pull-up. We came down. Could we come back down all the way to 46,600? That is not out of the opportunity. Excuse me. It was 51.8. Excuse me. That's what I meant to say. So yes, 51,800 would be catastrophic, but I'm explaining to you that this could be a possibility. This is a left shoulder, this is a head, and this could be how far it comes. But I would tell you that the way the cycles are flipping so quickly, I don't think that this is a possibility. We are looking to settle down here at this green zone, 74,000, and I'm pretty happy for this opportunity. So what I'm thinking here now is this is why, and you may have watched many charts, you may have watched many things, I'm talking about a 137, if I could speak, 1,000 Bitcoin to 144,000. And this is before we get a little resistance, and then we'll test back down, and we could see a 110, again, 107, and then people will be saying, uh-oh, it's over again. So pay attention to what's going on, how important 74,000 is. If we do start breaking down 74,000, we're going to be talking something about this, and I don't think we're going to get there. So I just want people to understand. Now, is there anyone who wants to talk about an altcoin? I have had people ask about Pulse Chain. I've had people ask about many things, but if you see the trend is your friend, and the trend has been going up, 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 and all we're doing is creating new higher lows, and that's very amazing. Look at the trend. See the dotted line? Yeah, every time we come down, what happens, ladies and gentlemen? Every time we come down, which we didn't come down there yet, and I'm telling you where we're going, that seems to be the bottom. So I want people to understand that. The history of Bitcoin is very important. How important XRP to be moving around and rallying during these times is pretty substantial. And you can see right here, I think we're finally at the bottom. I think XRP is really going to show some, make some headway here. And what do we have to do for XRP to be serious? Well, to be serious and to be considered serious, I would need XRP to be trading above $2.95. If we can finish a daily candle, and now we're at a weekly, I believe, or here it is, let's get to it. If we could break that daily candle, and you can see how important it is just for us to get this sign, it's 260. So when we're breaking above 260, our next level after that will be 295. And if we can finish a daily candle above 295, well, the next XRP is on its way to these levels, $4.60, $5, somewhere in that range. So you should get excited. So my name is Wall Street Pete Sicto in crypto. Used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Miss and love all these people. Some people have passed. Some people have gone on to do bigger and better things. Anyone in here right now for the current time in the super chat, would you like to talk about a particular cryptocurrency altcoin? Is there something you would like for me to break down? I'll be happy to do it for you. Let me know. I'm interested. I'm happy to do it for you. We'll do a couple altcoins as long as they are on TradingView. So now is your time. Let's do one, only because I had somebody ask me specifically, can you do Pulse Chain? And you know what? Let's do it. Let's get the, oh man, I'm killing it right here. Let's do Pulse Chain for somebody as Chainlink comes up. That's kind of funny, right? Is that like a, what am I doing? Oh my God. All right. I'm losing my mind. I'm even spelling it wrong. Let's do Cardano. There we go. Haven't done Cardano in a while. Seems like Cardano is one of those assets that are moving with Trump. Trump is naming this to be one of the top 5 crypto reserved planned cryptocurrencies for America, right? And that's a big deal. And I've always been harping on all 5 of these cryptocurrencies, except XRP. I wasn't always a fan of XRP. So if you follow me, you understand that. We can do Avalanche next. And I like some of these assets that people are calling out. This actually gets me excited. It's showing the growth. It's showing the knowledge. It's showing a lot of understanding and maybe some blue chip collared cryptocurrency. So let's see what's going on here. And I'm going to say something really important. It's going to sound stupid, but right now, there's a few times I've seen where, well, we sort of get this inverted head and shoulders pattern, and it's kind of developing here, and I'm kind of excited to bring it up to my attention here to see it. This could be happening. This could very well be happening, and now that's a big news Donald Trump had said about the 5 cryptocurrencies, but if we are doing something similar to this, Cardano, very soon, and the whole crypto market, this is usually a big indicator that the entire space is moving up or down when I do this because, well, quite frankly, all the cryptocurrencies are doing the same kind of thing and giving me the same sort of sign, and that gives me an exciting moment. If you can pay attention to that, I can't find the line right now. There it is. Usually right here, and I'm saying, looks like we could get there, and, well, I'll tell you right now, if we break that currency level, that's going to be a really big level to break. Cardano is on a move for something similar like this, and I would be pretty excited if we did get that. But like I said, I showed you XRP all the way to $4. Well, let me tell you right now, if this right shoulder is pumping out, we're talking about a Cardano price of somewhere around $1.45, $1.50. Not sure if we're going to keep going or stopping. We would have to pay attention to the previous highs here. And wow, those previous highs are real. We're dating back all the way from last year, from April of 2021. Put 4 years in front of 2021, and you're talking about a Bitcoin halving of 2025. So the cycle could be real. We could be waking up in this big cup and handle here. If you see this humongous, ugly mess, and I want to see here because it's pretty much showing a big cup here, big upward W, but there's been a delay, obviously, with the tariffs, all the bad news of things that could be happening, the fear. But if you do pay close attention to all of what's going on with Cardano, all the levels I have here with the support showing, you could see this is one huge hurrah of a cup and handle. And I'll tell you right now, you want to be involved when the cup and handle is started. So none of this is financial advice. Sisters and gentlemen, twice as nice. Pay attention to what's happening here. We could come back down here, test one more time, and that's where you'll get your upward W. So we could come back down, test the 82-cent level, 83-cent level one more time. And then I'll tell you right now, that's really going to be testing some resistance there at that 113, giving us a possibility of a 150 Cardano. So let's talk about Avalanche. I kind of like the asset myself. Avalanche is a nice asset. If you are interested in AVAX, maybe this is a great channel, great for you. We'll get into it. Let's do Binance for fun here. So Avalanche, and if anyone's wondering, what is this weird indicator you're using? This is my exponential moving average ribbon. If you pay attention, I'll show you real quick and school you real quick. Not many people, not many analysts want you to know this, but if my ribbon gets super tight on here, my exponential moving average, I start getting a flippening, and what happens is I get a couple buy signals here, right? And what happens is it's showing, it's telling me that the downtrend is weak. So let's get into it for you, no problem. No, Daddy, here we are. Downtrend's weak here, right? I wish I would have gotten that sign earlier or would have known, right? What happened next was you could see this yellow band. There's a yellow band, there's a red band. Those are my two averages. Very, very important to understand. What happens is I want my yellow band to flip to the upside, to the top. If my band is to the downside here and it starts coming out here on the front, I know we're heading to the downside. I need the band to get really super tight. What happened? Well, it started getting super tight. So this is what we're going to watch going forward. This is history. This is called helping you out doing technical analysis. These are very important. Very, very important. Let's see what's going on. Is the downtrend getting weak? Is the uptrend getting weak? And then you can see here, here's my one indicator. Well, the downtrend is starting to get weak. What is happening? We're starting to flatten out. This is Avalanche. This is AVAX. If anyone's interested in that sort of cryptocurrency, we do altcoins for you after the videos for our followers. So if you pay attention here, we are doing that. Old resistance, one more time. This is a very common thing with the high volatile waves for cryptocurrency. You can see what's happening. We're getting that resistance. This doesn't always work, but in this particular situation, you can tell what is going on. We're getting touches, and every time we get these touches, what happens? We are getting these liftoffs. Why? Because this is the old resistance flipping into support right now. I do believe that Avalanche is an excellent opportunity to buy. I don't need any other indicators. If I did have some, I would use more of these. If you're interested, Stochastic Volatility Oscillator. I can't use this one because I already have this one, but we're looking for the band to get tight. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You're looking for the band to get tight one more time. High volatile waves coming in that band. And as you can see, well, what's going on? Well, my yellow band is coming to the downside. This is the bearish momentum. We know a few times we've been coming down and finding support in this area. We also know that we're flipping old resistance that gave us the last or the initial shot up into support. This is a bullish momentum for me. I do find this to be relative. And what you see here going on now, hit the like and subscribe if you've yet to do so. You can see what's going on here. Yeah, I do need a sip of coffee. Thank you so much, Mr. Tweet, for that, or Miss. It's a nice buy the tip, have a sip, right? I love that mug. But you can see really what's going on. We're getting a nice buying opportunity. Most altcoins are buying opportunities right now. And what I want to show you what's going on is we are getting these high volatile waves in the upward trajectory. And I do find that very, very fascinating because what happens eventually it breaks to the upside. And that's where you get your long, boring sideways action and a new price to the upside. What are we looking at here? We're looking at an ultimate huge cup and handle. And what will happen? Well, once you get to this point of AVAX, which is $90, could you imagine, right? That is coming and no one really knows when. But I'll tell you, it does seem more and more like it's coming. What do we do here? We're going to find those tips, and then everyone's going to go up. That was just a fake out. That's like a big pump and dump, right? We're all the way back down to $54. We're not even there yet, but we're talking about going to the price levels of these. When the trend changes, this is something similar you will find AVAX, the entire crypto market. It seems like we're getting this long, boring sideways action when you open up to the daily candle, right? Don't you see that? So if you've yet to hit the like and subscribe, I suggest you do so. Anyone else paying attention to the charts like this, or anyone giving you this info, you need to pay close attention because this is definitely what's happening. This is humongous cup and handle, and it takes long, boring sideways action. What did I tell you? We need a roller coaster ride in the upward trajectory. This really isn't that right there. But if you watch it from the beginning firm of it, you can see that, yeah, well, we are actually doing that. So pay attention. As you can see here, we'll be continuing to create higher prices, and that's where you'll get that lift off. And if you can see right here, I mean, that is the cup and handle that we're looking at the top of $90 there. So let's do XLM. Here we go. Just keep bringing them to me, and I'll keep doing them for you. None of it is financial advice, but our levels are pretty strong. Our technical analysis is very good. Yeah, don't toot your own horn. XLM, people are starting to realize. What are we looking at here? Well, I see a bullish flag right off the rip. Got to get rid of this. Got to get rid of this indicator. It's driving me bananas. Move two indicators are gone. All right. What do I see going further? Well, I see probably the biggest, the most nicest opportunity. Let's be real here. This is one of the biggest bull flags I've seen in a while. ABC-like correction. They call this a falling wedge. This is a big deal because what's going to happen here is you're going to get to about this point where it's 37 cents. You're going to pay close attention to that. That's going to be your confirmation. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who says what here. This is stellar. Lumens, probably the biggest opportunity for Algorand or XRP type of coin, asset, whatever you may want to call this, cryptocurrency, to have a real big uptake. And you could see already, if you paid attention, you hodled, and you're one of those people who just, I want this boring coin. I just want this asset. And I did my research, and I know what it is. Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm a big believer in this asset as well. I wish I had a lot more. I'm very, very, very limited in what I have here. I do wish I had more, but let's pay attention to what this thing does when it moves. I mean, when it moves, when you get to the top of this pattern here, you're looking at a 550%. And this is why people are in cryptocurrency. This is why people do their homework, because it sometimes pays off. But could you imagine of when this breaks out? And I would say, hey, this could be the bottom. Like I said, not every cryptocurrency works this way, because we would be talking about 14 and 15 cents before it rallied. And it doesn't always work to the old resistance support, okay? I understand that very well. Those were some of the particular patterns that were showing this. We need, for XLM, and I'm going to tell you right now, for XLM to be considered serious, for this falling wedge to be considered complete, for this pattern to be considered done, like I said, complete, we would be doing something similar to that. And as you can see here, what did I do exactly? Because I've seen things like this pop exactly. And it's like, well, Pete, where's your magic ball? What did I show you here? I did it exactly. Well, if you pay attention to the support level of the 25 cents, there's a good opportunity that we repeat that. What is that repeating? That is repeating your magic W, your double bottom. And we could be having it sooner than you think. But that's how, my friends, it will start. And 37 cents will be your big major resistance level. Want to test me on it? Don't believe me just once! Right? Remember when I used to do that? Bum, 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 bow. Pay attention. That's your upward W. That's something I look for in opportunities. You know, I said to myself, when I become a millionaire, I go back to trading on leverage, because I don't have time to trade on leverage right now. I wanted to pay someone to pay close attention to these type of patterns, because I'll blow your mind. Because when you're trading in cryptocurrency, these patterns, your favorite patterns, are M's, and we're talking about back to Sesame Street, and W's. Those are your most favorite patterns, favorite alphabeticals. Why? Well, because in the cryptocurrency, if you've yet to know this, W's equal money. M's, they could take your money, but it depends if you trade on leverage. If you trade on leverage, guess what? Money. But the point being is that when I see an M, it's an opportunity to make money, because I'll buy the dip. A lot of people don't know how to trade leverage. A lot of people don't even understand what leverage trading is. So, we want to hit the target of most people, and most people just know how to hodl and buy. And you guess what? Hodl and buy. Guess what? That's what this is. This is an opportunity right here at these levels. It looks like a big mess, but I'll tell you right now, that is one of the most exciting charts I've seen in a very long time. It's a massive bull flag. It's many things. A lot of people call this an ABC-like correction. And I'll tell you right now, if you pay attention, where was the most resistance? Where was the most problem on the candles for these daily candles? You could see right here, it wanted to pump. These were hammers telling you, like, you could get they say the Japanese Bitcoin chart, right? They have out. They say that these one little candles here can give you a telling of tales of what's about to happen. And I'll tell you right now, few of these keep up in the way they were. We're telling a lot of people that this little resistance level we had here was going to be short term. And now you can pay attention. Like I said, a lot of investors, what's going on? Well, there's a trend. We're creating new lower highs. And what's a new lower high? It's the opposite of a higher low. A new lower high is when the price is jumping on a rally, when everyone thinks that we're going back to the top, but it is fooling you, and we call this a dead cat bounce. Why? Because it's dead. At the end of the day, all you're doing is purchasing and purchasing and purchasing, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing unless you're dollar cost averaging. If you're buying 1,000 XLM in US dollars, so to speak, then you're buying 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. And you're dollar cost averaging into this asset, which is fixing your price because you screwed up and bought at the top. So if you don't know what to do, and you screwed up, and you bought at the top, most likely you want to keep buying. I know that might sound like a silly thing, but understand, ladies and gentlemen, DCA, dollar cost averaging. Give a monkey a trading tablet and just teach the monkey DCA. And even a monkey can trade. I'm serious. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I don't know if many people do know this, but I did create that song myself. A lot of people could probably relate, right? That Walmart song. I don't know if you really can relate to that song. But I love that song dearly. The Walmart song. It is really, really, really something I love because I just relate to it. I like to end the song to it. So if you enjoy the song, if you enjoy the live, get your ass back to work, as Mr. Selner said. I don't have work. I work when I want. I'm the boss. I'm a boss. Be a boss today. Don't be scared. Have a great day. Trade some crypto. Work hard. Make some money, honey. Have a great day, everyone. Love y'all.
Got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor. I'm at Walmart. Yeah, got about 50 things on my mind. Got my girl asking me where my find. I say it all the time. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I remember when this shit used to exist. TikTok, Xbox, PlayStation, GTA 6 in the making. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I'm used to losing everything that I do. I'm used to losing to everything. Wanna lay out a reminder to the nation, being nice ain't an obligation, but wouldn't it be a beautiful sensation? I bet you would be real nice if you had a time on the watch ticking for your days. How many left? I bet you change your ways. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart.